Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. Well, as you can see, I have started playing around with different things to try and make the channel a bit more eye-catching and, look a bit more professional. Let me know what you think below. I am doing test runs on this. It involves different software programs and so forth that have to interact. I'm doing test runs on these things before I make them live, but in case I miss any malfunctions, let me know in the comments below, and just let me know in general what you think about the different things that I try. I'm going to be trying different things in the coming future, and just see what gets the best reactions. All right, so who determines what the value of goods and services are in a capitalist society? Well, the obvious answer, of course, is capitalists. And how do they go about this? I've talked about the commodities market before, and how different things can be manipulated into artificial shortages to drive up the price on goods. If you think about it, if you really think about it, what happened in Texas in February actually had the end result of reducing the amount of fossil fuels being consumed across the country. When the Colonial Pipeline was shut down, which wasn't necessary, then it drove the price of gas and oil up, when it actually should have driven it down, because there was a reduction in the demand for fuel. So, and as of right now, the price has not actually recovered. Oh, now we're in a period of high demand. Sure, okay. Everything always drives the price up, and rarely drives the price down, aside from some massive significant event like 2020 happened, which shut everything down. Let's go to a different topic in the same realm. A few weeks ago, Vice President Kamala Harris made a public statement that in the future wars would be fought over water. And there are a number of interesting things about that in the same statement. She also openly admitted that the United States has been engaging in wars for oil for years. And the thing that most people missed was that she also made this statement immediately after a foreign policy meeting. Subsequent to this, President Joe Biden launched an initiative to subsidize the manufacture of computer chips in the United States. I talked before about there being a mega drought that reaches from Texas all the way over to California and up to Oregon. In all of these places, farmers are being imposed with restrictions on irrigation, water that they can use for irrigation. In California and Oregon, their restrictions are as tight as 5% of the water that was available to them for irrigation last year. And what nobody mentions is that the water available for irrigation last year was restricted from what they could use in 2019. And that was a restriction over what they could use in 2018. So we've got restrictions on top of restrictions on top of restrictions, and all of this is constraining, reducing the food supply, the domestic food supply being produced. California produces over 90% of some of the crops that we consume in the United States. If you've ever been to Central or South Texas, you also know that Central and South Texas are also produce powerhouses, producing tomatoes and onions and peppers and grapes and strawberries. There are a lot of crops that come out of Texas. So when you combine Texas and California, then you're restricting the domestic food production considerably. But I've already talked about the fact that a reduced supply does not automatically lead to increased prices. What does that is the commodities market, investors, speculators. These are the ones that drive up prices. Just because you have more doesn't mean the price goes down. Just because you have less doesn't mean the price goes up. That is a contrived, manipulated system that is driven by capitalists. There was something else about the water supply and the microchips together that I wanted to show you. And, let me get to the right one. Okay. So this talks about how much water that the tech industry uses. Now this is from 2016, but it's still pretty valid. All right, data centers, it starts off with, account for about 2% of global electricity use. That's just data centers. They also require a tremendous amount of water. Now, producing the electricity requires water, and then the data centers themselves use 2% of global electricity use. All right, they also require a tremendous amount of water. Servers get hot, and cooling them off has traditionally involved water, hundreds of thousands of liters a day for a medium-sized 15-megawatt data center. Then it goes to manufacturing. Up to 30 liters of water are needed to make a single chip. That's just a single chip, not a wafer of chips. One chip. 30 liters are needed to make a single chip for a laptop or a smartphone, and the average semiconductor factory guzzles as much water in a year as a town of 50,000 people. It goes through a few other things, and down here you get to, according to Ceres, a sustainability organization based in Boston, the average semiconductor factory uses up to 15 million liters of water per day, more than many data centers consume in an entire year. So 15 million liters of water per day. And yet we're looking at, producing chips. Well, how about we, use that water for producing crops? If we're going to invest in technology initiatives, shouldn't we put our major concerns first, like survivability? How about using the money instead of for chips, we take that money and invest it into water purification technologies? How about we've got oil pipelines everywhere. Why can't we build pipelines going from the southeast and the east with an abundance of water and floods every year? Why aren't we piping that water over to Texas and the West Coast to maintain our crops? Well, of course, the part of the answer to that is that if you maintain crop output, then because of speculators, you reduce the financial value of those crops. Some people hear the term commodities and they think of something that is optional, but that is not the truth at all. Basically, anything that is not manufactured and yet is consumed is a commodity. Oil, gas, coal, gold, silver, precious metals, rare earth minerals, corn, tomatoes, almonds, you name it, wheat, these are all considered commodities by capitalists. These are things that are absolutely essential to maintaining our society, and yet they are considered a commodity. They're not disposable. You can't do without them. Water is now being considered a commodity. So why would we be looking at wars over water? Because that drives up the demand for weapons being produced here. She leaves out the fact that there are already conflicts brewing in the United States over water usage with the restrictions that are being imposed. You got farmers up against, tribes. You've got manufacturing up against, communities that need the water to survive. But of course, the discussion is going to be geared toward, jobs. And well, that's great if you have a job, but what good is it if you cannot afford food or if there is no food available for you to buy? I've pointed out that crops in other countries are also under severe stress, crop production. In Australia, they've got a mouse invasion. In Africa and all the way up to China, through the Middle East, they've got, locust invasions. Also, the same thing in some parts of South America. We've got weather disruptions, floods, droughts, etc. Severe weather that is reducing crop output. And we're competing with other countries to try and import these things. Now, of course, the competition can definitely drive up the price of goods. But if we're not working on what we can do to increase our own crops, and the push is to produce crops to export to other countries, okay, so we're going to take our usable land and our usable water and produce crops to export to other countries to make a profit, even as millions of Americans are in line for food banks and so forth. I get very tired of listening to people talking about the free market. There is no free market. If all these goods the price of these goods can be manipulated by our capitalists, by speculators, by our own government, then, this is not a free market by any means. And if you're talking about putting federal money into building computer chip manufacturing facilities, that is not a free market. None of this is a free market. In addition to all of this, in some areas, there are restrictions placed on what you can grow on your own land. Some places will not allow you to grow a subsistence garden on your own property. You can grow grass, which isn't going to feed anyone, but you can't grow, wheat or corn or tomatoes or cucumbers because it's considered an eyesore by homeowners associations and the like. So, and this is all different means of subsidizing the market. And there is nothing free about it. So, who sets the prices of consumer goods and services? Who determines the value? It's not you. It's not me. All right. We need to work on this. We need to work on this. Because before people get up and start working on it, we're not going to have any food left. And what little food is available is only going to be available to the people that are manipulating the prices upwards for their profit, no matter what the cost is to you. Please share this video, talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.